Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Wuthering Waves. In today's video, we are going to talk about HAVOC MC. So, I ended up participating in a final boss fight, and that was crazy. The cinematics, the animation, it was peak. And in that final boss fight, we were able to unlock HAVOC MC. And before
This
that,
is a
it was
testament to
Spectral
my
main
connection
character.
with the
But
world
of
around
course,
me,
if you participate in the
and it's
final boss
very
fight,
much my
you will be
companion
able
now,
to unlock HAVOC main
bearing
character.
witness to.
And this unit is nuts because there's not a lot of HAVOC units in the game. We don't even have a HAVOC 5-star character. And most of the HAVOC units we have are pretty much trash. Like there's one HAVOC uh DPS unit, or I don't know, defense unit, and she's not even that good. I forgot her name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. She has pink hair, big boobs. Her, yes. That character isn't even good. And all that was left was another unit. She's
This is a
decent, but like she's
testament to my
not that
connection
bad.
with the world
And
around me,
now we have
and it's
HAVOC
very
MC,
much my
who
companion now,
is really nuts overall.
bearing
So
witness to.
we're gonna go ahead and take a look at his kit. So when we come over here, take a look at his kit real quick. We come to resonators. Now, the craziest thing about HAVOC MC is his Forte circuit, Resonance Liberation. And of course, I feel like his intro skill, it's not that bad. But Forte circuit and Resonance Liberation is what's absolutely insane about him. So his Forte circuit is he's going to enhance his basic attack because he's going to enter a dark surge mode. He's going to pretty much enter a mode where he's going to have like a half wing, and he's just going to deal a ton of havoc damage. And he's enhancing his basic attack damage, and he's also enhancing his heavy attack damage. But he's mostly enhancing his basic attack, and that's going to be really good because you have units like Senhua, who buffs basic attack damage by like 38%. So this character is going to work perfectly well with Senhua because of that basic attack buff. And the biggest part about his Forte circuit is Bleak Crescendo, his inherent skill. It says, while in the Dark Surge state, basic attack recovers 1 resonance energy when it hits a target, and this effect can be triggered once per second. So, whenever he's hitting an enemy in his Dark Surge state, he's going to recover 1 resonance energy every single second, which is insane because for his ultimate, when we come over here and take a look at his ultimate, there's not really a lot going on in his ultimate. But when you look at his stat bonuses, um, he's going to increase his attack by like, 5%. So the fact that he is using his resonance liberation a lot, that is just nuts. Like this 1 resonance energy recovery frame per second is just insane. Like he's just going to be able to use his ultimate, like I'll say once every 20 or 30 seconds when he's getting all of this resonance energy from the enemies he hits. And of course, his basic attack, that's what makes him really good. And then when we take a look at his constellations, his copies, the best constellation for him is of course S2, and I feel like S4 is also really nice for him because S4, he's going to reduce the enemy's havoc resistance by like 10% for 20 seconds. That is insane. Like havoc resistance shred, anything that pertains to shredding the enemy's defense to a specific element is always good because that allows you to just do good damage overall. So that havoc resistance shred, 10% havoc resistance shred for 20 seconds on hit is cracked. And then for his S6, he gets like a 25% crit rate boost, which is also really good overall. So the biggest part about HAVOC MC's kit is the Dark Surge state. You want to make sure that you're spamming as much basic attacks as much as possible so that he can build up the Umbra state. And then when he receives the full Umbra stacks, he'll be able to enter the Dark Surge state where he's going to do a ton of damage. And then for his S2, he's going to reset his resonance skill cooldown when he enters the Dark Surge state. So when he enters the state, if your resonance skill is at like, let's say 10 seconds, it's going to automatically reset and he'll be able to use resonance skill once again. So S2 is insane on him because that allows him to pretty much do a lot of damage. I feel like if you don't have him at S2, he can still do good damage, but I feel like S2 allows him to do more damage due to the fact that he is pretty much spamming his resonance skill. So there is a lot of spamming going on with the HAVOC MC, and then at S3, he can basically like restore his HP, which is really interesting because he has like survivability involved in his kit. So you basically have a main DPS unit who's also recovering his energy with basic attack. Like that is just nuts. So I feel like this is definitely a huge level up for Havoc element, because if you guys were to ask me which element is by far the worst in the game, I will say that Havoc element will be, not will be, but Havoc element is by far the worst element in the game as of to right now. But I feel like Havoc MC definitely shows the potential of Havoc element and the potential of future upcoming characters, because looking at his kit, I can definitely see where they're going with his kit. And the fact that he has, skill cooldown reset, I can definitely see that for future Havoc units. I feel like Havoc is mostly about, resetting your skill cooldowns. That would be really interesting if like every future upcoming Havoc element unit, their kit is going to pretty much resonate with the main character's kit. That will be interesting. But I feel like this was a huge level up from Spectral MC, because Spectral MC wasn't that insane, honestly. He wasn't that crazy, but I feel like Havoc MC definitely has a lot of potential and by far a very, very strong Havoc unit overall. So his gameplay, if we come over here and take a look at his gameplay, like just look at this, man. He has like half wings, and then we take a look at his skill. You can pretty much spam that like 2 times, or every single time you enter the dark search state, you're going to spam that resonance skill a lot. And then I wish I had his ultimate up, but this guy is just absolutely cracked. Like when I played him in the final battle against that boss, his gameplay was just so satisfying and it was just so fun. And fighting alongside with Gian was just absolute peak. They were cooking. They were absolutely cooking in that final battle. Like, you guys have to remember, this is just version 1.0. Like, we're not even in version 1.1 or version 1.3. This is just the beginning of Wuthering Waves, and they're cooking this hard. Like, they went off in this final battle. It was absolutely insane. It felt like I was in an actual battlefield, because there was like a lot of strategic planning going on. There was just so many things going on in this final boss fight. It was just absolutely amazing. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. Wanted to talk about Havoc MC, and I definitely recommend you guys to build him, because you can get copies on him because he is the main character. You don't have to worry about, summoning for him. He's the main character. You can get free copies on him. So he is definitely worth the investment, because I don't know when we're going to get another Havoc unit in the future. I don't know. I don't know when they're going to release another Havoc unit, but as of to right now, I will argue that he is the best Havoc unit in the game as of to right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. And I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.